Guys, so today I just wanted to go over what today's lesson is all about and what it encompasses. The first thing you're going to do today is you're going to look on PlanBook. On PlanBook, it says you need to do a journal. The journal, all you have to do is take a piece of paper and address it as if it were an envelope and you were writing it to yourself. This means you're sending it to your own person. So mine would say Mrs. Zeitler, then it would list my home address and so on. Yours would do the same thing, but only for you with your home address. This is your journal for today. And in order to send it to me, you need to take a picture and send it to me on chat via Teams. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to review Common Rules 1 through 6. You should have had rules on or notes on these rules that you've already taken as the videos have progressed throughout our comma lessons. Then you're going to look at Common Rules 7 and 8, which I will pull up now. So Common Rule 7, remember to take notes as we go through these. Even pause it so that you can see the text if you need to write them down. Rule 7, it says use a comma to separate each element in an address. So that means like when you're writing an address in a sentence. Okay, that doesn't mean when you're addressing an envelope. There will always be a comma after a city-state combination. So, for example, I work at 257 Park Avenue, period, South, comma, New York, comma, New York. Okay, notice that there is a comma after the first part of the address. Okay, so the street, which is Park Avenue South, comma, and then you have your city, which is New York. You need another comma, and then New York, which is a period. The next example says Cleveland, Ohio is a great city. Cleveland, comma, Ohio, comma, is a great city. This second comma is very important. You have to make sure you put that into your sentences when you're writing. So Rule 8. Okay, Rule 8 is to use a comma when you're separating the elements in a full date. So for instance, it's going to go weekday, comma, month and day, comma, and year. So your examples, March 15th, comma, 2013, comma, was a strange day. Friday, comma, March 15th, comma, 2013, comma, was a strange day. Friday, comma, March 15th, comma, was a strange day. Notice after each element in your address, there is a comma. So not between March and 15, because March 15th, that part goes together. But you always have to have the comma. You don't need a comma, however, if all you have is the month and the year. So, for example, March 2013 was a strange month. No comma is required there because it's not detailed enough to require the commas. After you finish taking notes on these two lessons, you're going to go and there's an assignment on PlanBook that is called Letter to Yourself. This is what you're going to complete first. When you open PlanBook, you're going to see Letter to Yourself with two attachments. One of which will look like this, right, with little kind of like Post-it notes on a piece of paper. The other one will look like this. This is your rubric for your letter to yourself. We'll go through that part in a second. So what you're going to do is right here, this describes your assignment. Each one of these Post-it notes in your letter will be at least a paragraph. So that means it's a 4-paragraph letter to yourself. What we're going to do is we are going to write letters to ourselves. We will keep these letters until you are a senior in high school, and then we will mail them out to you. And then that way you can kind of see, like, what were my goals when I was in 8th grade? What did I want to accomplish in high school? And so on. So the first one is write about all the fun things you hope to do in high school. This can be school-related or personal. Be specific and creative. So that's paragraph 1. Paragraph 2. Write about all the things you hope to accomplish in high school. What are your goals for the next 4 years? How will you achieve them? Okay, another paragraph. Remember, a paragraph is 5 to 7 sentences. Next one, write about the concerns you have about high school. How will you help solve your problems or get over your fears? That's the third paragraph. And the fourth one, write about your plans after high school. Do you want to attend college? What major would you like to pursue? Do you want to get a job right away? What career are you interested in? What about a family? Where would you like to live? Okay. You are writing this letter to yourself. On Teams, all they have on Teams is the attachments. You will have to add a Word document once you type this up. You need to have it in the format of a letter. If you are unsure of what the format of a letter is, you need to Google it. Do some research. See where your salutation should be. See where your greeting should be. Just look up the format of a letter, follow that format, and make sure it is 4 paragraphs. Once you're done, you'll turn it into Teams. Keep in mind, there is a rubric that goes along with it, which is also attached to Teams. Okay, so you need to fun things. This is for each paragraph here. Specific, creative, and include more than 2. Specific, how to achieve, include more than 2 for goals. Concerns, specific, how to solve or overcome, include more than 2. Okay, that's concerns. Plans after high school, specific, college or job, family, live, needs to be more than 3. And then you're also graded on your spelling and grammar. No mistakes, few mistakes, and too many mistakes. There's also a section for comments that if feel the need, we can add comments just to explain your grade. Once this is done, there's one other assignment on Teams. It is called, one second. So it is called commas in addresses and dates. It is a worksheet where you're practicing where to put your commas in, which is what the lesson was over today. So busy day today, a few different assignments, but things that we definitely needed to go over, especially the comma rules, and things that we definitely need to make sure that we hit on prior to you moving on to high school. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome day, guys.